Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast. We're going to see what's happening the week with this lovely deck here, and we're going to pull a spirit message for you guys from this unicorn oracle deck here. Now guys, we're going to do a little bit of a different format for a couple of reasons. I'm super late posting these and I'm very sorry about that, but the energy's been intense. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but it's but also not only because I'm late getting the videos up, a lot of people are like losing track of what day it is right now anyway. It's like, what day is it? So we're just going to see what you need to know this week. We're going to take that approach, and you guys will have to let me know if you prefer this over the regular way that I usually do. Instead of pulling cards for days like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're just going to just see what you need to know about this week. All right, dear. So your first card here is Page of Cups. Page of Cups is kind of coming up as a foundational card here for this week. And Page of Cups could indicate like playfulness, new, like light-hearted, playful energy. Maybe some of you are feeling like you're in a playful mood. Maybe you've got like some new crush or something that's putting a pep in your step. But generally, most of the time in my readings, depending on what the other cards that are coming up and the vibe that I get for the person I'm reading for, usually Page of Cups in my readings has a little bit of a different meaning than the traditional meaning, which is that there's some heart chakra action happening, like the heart chakra is opening up. So sometimes when you're in that Page of Cup energy, you're not in the mood for heavy stuff. Like you can't handle it. Like, so like like if you're talking to somebody and they get super serious or they get super deep, you might just be like, whoa, like I'm not ready for all those feels right now. Like let's just keep things playful. Let's just keep things light. That might be kind of your mood, Capricorn, you know, because especially since, and I know this comes up a lot, I know Capricorns went through a really rough patch for a good long while, right? And so now you guys are coming into a time of healing. You guys are coming into a time of rebuilding, and we've got everything going on in the world right now. So you just might be like, whoa, like I'm just barely like coming out of my shell. I'm just barely, you know, starting to open up. I'm starting to feel, I'm starting to heal. So you're not in the mood for anybody who's going to be bursting your bubble or, you know, bringing you into like a negative headspace or a negative heart space. So you're looking for playfulness, okay? Or you're in the energy where you're desiring playfulness. If things feel very heavy for you, then this is kind of an answer for you that, you know, maybe get into some playful energy here. And if you're just like, well, I'm alone and I don't know where I'm going to get playful energy from, you know, you can maybe create it for yourself through like connecting with like things from happier times in your childhood. Maybe go on YouTube and look up like the cartoons you really liked as a kid, or your favorite superheroes, or watch something funny, you know, or do something fun. Somebody had posted in the comments the other day that they were feeling really low and they wanted to raise their vibration, so they started blowing bubbles, or like they couldn't burn incense or something. I forget what it was. I think they couldn't burn sage or incense, and they just wanted to clear energy, and so they started blowing bubbles. I was like, perfect, brilliant, you know, like what a beautiful, you know, open-mindedness, you know, solution to a problem. So, you know, even if it's just doing something very small that you maybe think is insignificant, you can change energy in so many ways, right? But you guys definitely, Capricorn, you're going to benefit this week from playful energy. Water also, the water's really jumping out at me here. So if it's been a while since you've taken a bath, I don't mean shower, although maybe for some of you it's been a while since you showered. I know that's going on for a lot of people too, but you might benefit from some just spending time with water energy. Maybe take a nice long bath or a soak if you're able to do that, or a nice shower if you're able to do that, and do it with intention that you're just washing away all the heavy stuff and you're ready for frolic energy, I guess we'll call it. Your next card here, my darlings, is Two of Cups. So there could definitely be a romantic element here. Maybe your heart chakra is opening up and you're like, well, it would be nice to have a relationship. If you are currently in a relationship with someone that you're living with, like you're married or you're living with your girlfriend or boyfriend, it could be that the relationship's having a positive turnaround this week. And the message here is that the more you can be in the playful energy, I'm sorry, let me move my hands out of the way. The more you guys can be in the playful energy, the more you're going to be able to like come closer here with each other. Like the more you're going to be able to bond. If you have somebody who's like really like nagging you, right, Capricorn, like maybe you have a partner and like they're just always like trying to be closer with you or get you to open up or get you to talk. If you're the one in the relationship where you're like everything's okay, but the other person is just like trying to figure out what's going on, you might kind of explain to them like, hey, you know, like this is really like, let's just have a good time together. Let's do something fun. Let's keep something lighthearted. And that way you're kind of getting that off your back, but also the relationship is strengthening, right? Like you're both happy. You're both happy in that way. For other ones of you, your playful energy is manifesting a significant soulmate. But I just see two of cards overall. Like, let's put romance aside for a moment. Let's put love and relationship aside for a moment. I see two of cups as a card about receiving. Like receiving a very beautiful, continuous balance of give and take. So Capricorn, especially if you're a Capricorn where you've been burned in the past and you kind of have a hard time gauging, you know, when do I give? When do I not give? Because when I give, people take advantage of me. And when I'm cautious, people say I'm a jerk. And how do I find the balance, you know? So Two of Cups is like you're coming into that balanced energy there. I see you, Capricorn, on the phone. Like you're on the phone a lot, like just talking. So I feel like there might be some courtship. You don't even realize you're in a courtship, or you don't even realize that things are veering towards a relationship because maybe you all aren't seeing each other in person, right? Maybe you're not spending time together in person, but you guys are keeping each other company by phone or over the phone. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, well, I guess we're dating. So there could be a relationship developing in that way. Your next card here, Capricorn, is the Empress, and this is a major arcana card. So when the major arcana cards come up, they're not just going to be for a couple of days or for like a week and then be done, because the major arcana cards are when we're at really significant crossroads, a really significant change in our life, you know, coming into like a life path, a life lesson kind of situation. So it's an energy that's going to be following you for a while. It's going to last longer than a week. The fact that you have the Empress coming up, that's a pretty great energy to have following you around for a while. You know, it's a pleasant one. so let's welcome the Empress in for Capricorn. The Empress is going to be about creativity. So if you are a creative Capricorn, or if you do something creative for work, you might find that you're really just knocking it out of the park this week. You're really coming into like rock star energy. You may even be receiving a lot of praise. But the Empress has like this confidence. And Capricorn, I'm feeling a lot of balance for you guys here with the Two of Cups and the Empress. Remember how I said some of you've been burned in the past, and so you're kind of cautious. You're like, well, when I give, you know, people say people take advantage, and then when I'm cautious, they say I'm a jerk. I feel there's a sense of balance here with the Empress too, where some of you maybe, and don't get mad at me because I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying there are some Capricorns that have experienced this. So this is a message to help those Capricorns. Some of you Capricorns may in the past have had people or exes, maybe like exes of yours, accuse you of being a narcissist. And you may have been like, whoa, like, wait a minute, am I a narcissist? And you've been questioning that. And so I feel the Empress is coming in to let us know that you're balancing the self-esteem and the confidence, where maybe in the past it's like you've been really down on yourself and you've been really depressed and you felt absolutely horrible. You may have been in a really low place. And then you're like, okay, you know what? You start getting your confidence back, you start getting your self-esteem back, and you get mad. You get mad that somebody made you feel like crap. So you may really stand up for yourself, like really stand up for yourself, like, oh, I'm not going to go back there again. I'm not going to let you put me back in that dark place. And, you know, I know my worth. And you may have had like this confidence go like the other direction because you didn't want to be in that really low place, and you were like, nobody's going to tell me nothing, right? And so people are like, oh, look at you, you're conceited. Oh, look at you, you're a narcissist. But they don't understand what you've been through. And then so you might feel like, well, man, like when I try to be humble, I feel really low. I feel really depressed. It's a scary feeling. Then when I try to have confidence in myself, people say I'm conceited. And so you might have kind of been struggling with that for a while. But the Empress, I feel, is saying you're going to find the balance of where you're coming into this confidence, but also having a sense of humble energy, and people really looking up to you, people really respecting you, people being cautious with you, not because they're afraid that you're going to go off or not because they have to walk on eggshells, but being cautious with you because they admire you and they respect you. And like out of that respect, they don't want to rub you the wrong way. They don't want to insult you. So I feel, Capricorn, something is happening where there's a shift where you're going to start feeling like people are treating you with a lot more respect, praise, even like receiving praise. Your creativity is going through the roof. Empress is also a very strong entrepreneur or self-employment card for me as well, so there could be something happening in that route. It's maternal energy as well. There could be healing and improving with your relationship with your mother or mother figure, or some of you are stepping into your own maternal energy. It's a general reading, so there's different ways the cards are going to apply for different ones of you, and I try to go over the various ones. But for the majority of you, I feel it's balancing your confidence and your humility and feeling like you're receiving a lot of respect. Which you're like, it's about time, you know? And keep in mind, because it's a major arcana reading, this is going to be going on for a while. It's not just, you know, going to be this week. It's going to be a theme that you're going to begin noticing for a while. Your next card here, Caps, is the Death card, okay? I know this is a card that scares a lot of people. And a couple of things. Number one, this is going to be symbolic. This is not about a literal physical death. So don't put that out there. I know sometimes people like to do that in the comments, but don't put that out there. This is going to be symbolic, and it can indicate that some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. Okay, there could be a significant relationship with a Scorpio. Maybe some of you are stepping into parenting with a Scorpio, or clearing out something karmic with a Scorpio, because they are represented by the Death card. I know Empress is a representative of Libra, and if I'm not mistaken, also Taurus. But the Taurus thing I got off of, like, someone had written a blog about it, and so they were explaining like their take on it, and they were trying to explain why they lined it up that way. I can't remember it, but for sure it's associated with Libra. And you guys will have to let me know in the comments if you've heard that too. If you've heard Empress being associated with Taurus, you'll have to explain that better than I could in the comments. But you might have Libra in your moon or in your rising. There could be a Libra and a Scorpio that you're dealing with. It could be different for different ones of you. But overall, when the Death card comes up, I know it's a card that scares a lot of people, but it's a new beginning. And a lot of the times it can be that like some old way is ending and you're not going to put up with something anymore, or you're outgrowing certain relationships or situations that have been holding you back. So I've always seen the Death card come up just before something really wonderful happens. I also see it come up for a lot of people when they're transitioning into self-employment, and it's like, this is it. Like, you're never going back to like a regular corporate job again, or the way you're changing money, the way that you're earning money is changing, or your business is like coming into a higher gear. So I've seen it in positive ways. I know some people might say, oh, that sounds overly optimistic, or that sounds really Pollyanna, but that's just what I've seen. So all I can tell you is what I've seen. That's been a lot of real world experience that I've seen here with this Death card. Some of you might be going through a bit of an ego death. You know, that sounds terrifying, but all it just basically means is you're kind of stripping away the illusion of like who you feel like you've had to be or who you've been told to be, and you're really allowing the authentic self to come through, to shine through, like to be who you really are. and just kind of rising up, rising up, rising out of that. Some of you may be hearing that something is coming to an end. There could be something coming to an end that's, you know, like a company closing or a job closing. However, the fact that it's showing up as the Death card and not as the Tower makes me feel, even if you're hearing this, there's some kind of like a warning, or like you have time, basically. Like maybe it's not ending right away, but they're letting you know, hey, it's like you're gonna have time to come up with a plan B, or you're gonna have time to figure something else out, or you're just feeling in your heart it's time to move on from a situation. Okay, but whatever this ending is, it doesn't feel sudden to me. In fact, I feel a lot of you have felt or sensed that it was coming, and you're actually kind of relieved about it, because you're like, it's so time for this change. So let's go ahead and see what your spirit message is for the week. And I encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate with you more than others. We will talk about that a little bit at the end, so hang out for that. All right, so you have hope, Capricorn. This says stay positive. The world is behind you. Oh, the worst is behind you. I'm sorry, all my glasses. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. All right, so there's some changes happening. There's endings to old patterns, old cycles, and there's a new beginning coming in. And so you're being reminded to hold on to your hope. To have courage, and to know that this is coming into a better and a happier time. One thing that's really jumping out at me is, I know this sounds really weird, but this backbone here, like this spine. So this is making me feel an idea of like being supported, like you have this support coming from within. You have this confidence coming within, like you're able to hold your head high, and you're able to be proud, and you're able to like look forward with confidence and courage, like you're going to get through something, and you have the support that you need. I honestly, with this Empress here, it feels to me like an upgrade. I think something's coming to an end, but I feel like you're the one who's saying it's time for this to end, and you're going into something better. There's a lot of just determination that I'm feeling, and just like a healthy sense of entitlement. Like it's time for better, it's time for more. I have faith in myself. I know that I can do this. So I'm getting like a strong backbone kind of feeling. I encourage you to look at it and see what's jumping out at you and how it speaks to you. But I definitely would also encourage watching your moon sign and rising sign videos, because it may resonate more. It may add a little extra information for you. A lot of you have been asking me like what it means. Like, what does the moon sign mean? What does the rising sign mean? And I'm not an astrologer, guys. I'm not the right person to teach you astrology. I'm happy to read your cards. If you want to click on the Calendly link and schedule a card reading with me, I'm more than happy to do that. But I have a link in the description with a website that has articles that explains this stuff better than I could explain it. I don't want to steer you guys wrong. So you can definitely check that out if you want to check out their free articles. They gave me a reading a while back. They did like a forecast for the year, and they really blew me away. And I was like, yeah, I'll be so happy to tell you guys about you. I'll tell everybody about, your site. And then they were very cool. They're like, well, let your viewers know, if you'd like, we can sponsor your channel. And if your viewers decide that they want to buy a private reading, like get like a astrology for the year, or have their birth chart analyzed, or get like love and relationship compatibility, we'll give them 30% off any report, as many reports as they want. And their prices are already really reasonable. So I have the discount code Angel30 and the link for that in the description if you want to check that out. But you don't have to. You can just go check out the free stuff if you want to check out the free stuff. And guys, don't forget, I do love videos and channeled angel messages, which obviously are free. They're on YouTube. Those are linked in the description if you want to check those out and see if that maybe kind of gives you a little bigger picture tied in with the weekly forecast. And every single day on Instagram and Facebook, I do a free, I do a pick a card of the day. I do a little daily message. So there's like 2 posts a day on the social media. So check those out as well. Those might kind of maybe help like bring all the little puzzle pieces together. But I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And let me know in the comments, guys, do you like this format better? Or do you like it when I pull the card and say, this is Monday, Tuesday, this is Wednesday, Thursday, this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Do you let me know which format you prefer, and I'll try to go with whatever the majority decides. All right? Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.